Hello, Toastmasters.
Hello.
Hello.
How many of you like it when things are easy? Today I'm going to give you a brief introduction to holographic communication, which relates to our fourth pillar of relationships and awareness, and is all about making communication easy, both verbal communication and nonverbal. So how many of you, we seem to have stopped in the middle. There it goes. How many of you know what a hologram is? Okay, for those of you who don't, it's not a still image, it's not a photograph. It's a record of the pattern of scattered light as it bounces off objects, because it turns out our eyes don't actually see objects. What you see is the pattern of light as it bounces off the object. So if you record that pattern and then shine light through, your eye sees it as if the object were there. Now where that gets really cool is when you realize that inside our mind's eye, we're making holograms all the time. When I say the word rose, what color is the rose that you see in your mind's eye?
Red.
Red. And how about you? And how about you?
Leonidas.
What? Say that again?
Leonidas.
What is that?
It's a purplish rose.
Nice. Here's welcome to flower shop. Did anyone see a person named Rose? Sometimes we get that in a group. So in a group like this, you see a whole variety of different colored roses, different amounts of roses, and maybe someone named Rose. How about a phrase, dog got loose? Dan, what color is the dog you see in your mind's eye?
I see a dog chasing you right now.
And what color is the dog? Is it a big dog or a little dog?
It's a huge, big black dog.
Nice. And how about you? What do you see? What color is the dog?
I see a little sausage dog.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's stay going.
Does he have a leash on or no leash?
No, he's free.
Free, okay. And how about you, Leonard? What color is the dog you see in your mind's eye? Dog
White
color.
Bichon.
And does he have a leash or no leash?
It's got a red collar.
And is he running or just sniffing?
Just yapping.
Yapping. Very cute. So in a room like this, you get as many answers as there are people, and it depends on our experience. But if you had never noticed before, we're making holograms all the time inside our mind's eye, and a simple word or phrase creates quite a difference in the experience. In addition, if you like dogs and you hear dog got loose, how do you feel? Pretty nice. And if you don't like dogs and you hear dog got loose, then you're going to have a different experience. So that's hologram. Communication. What is communication? In 1971, a UCLA professor did the first study to show that what you hear and understand is only 7% words. So all the time we spend on developing our words and improving our grammar and making our message clear, that's really only 7% of the total impact. 38% is the tone of voice. So if I say, that was delicious, do you believe me?
Yes.
So 7% is the words, 38% is the tone of voice, and 55% is nonverbal. Do you need words to know what this little girl is feeling? No, absolutely not. So what is nonverbal communication? What is this 55% of the impact you're having all the time? Most people think of it as body posture and stance, and that does have an effect. If I'm like this, it's quite a bit of a different impact than if I'm standing up straight. It includes gestures, eye contact, the movement you make with your eyes, your facial expressions. But what you may not have known or ever heard before is that all of these are directly influenced by how you feel and what you're thinking. Not only that, but most of what you habitually think and feel has been unconscious or has been governed by your unconscious mind. So let's take just a quick look at your unconscious mind. I'd like to talk about the amazing power of your unconscious mind, because when you compare it with your conscious mind, it's a huge, amazing processor. And this is a fairly unscientific but accurate comparison. If your conscious mind is a single hard drive, which these days can hold a lot of stuff, then your unconscious mind is the internet. If your conscious mind is a local bookstore, which can be quite interesting to browse through, your unconscious mind is Amazon.com. Much more to choose from. And if your conscious mind is a ground view, then your unconscious mind is an aerial view. So quickly, I'm going to give you a tool you can walk away with relative to your unconscious mind. You may have heard it before, but I bet you haven't applied it as much as you can. And this simple understanding can make a huge difference in your life, in every area of your life. The basic idea is that your unconscious mind does not process no, not, and never, because the images in your mind's eye only include what's included in the sentence or phrase. It doesn't include the negation, no, not, or never. For example, if I say, do not think of a blue elephant, what do you see, Nancy?
The blue elephant.
Right, and that's universal, because what did I include in the sentence?
Don't.
Right, but the blue elephant. So that's the hologram that you make in your mind's eye. So how about if you say, I don't want debt? Where is that keeping you focused? On debt, very nice. So that brings us to the question of, what is success for you? Many of us want success. We have success in certain areas. We may even strive and work hard for success. But have you really stopped and asked yourself, how do I know when I have success? Who decides what success is for me? For some people it's money or freedom or family or health or achievement or recognition or security or some combination of all of these. What does success look like, feel like, and sound like for you? And as you think about that, remember to include what you want and to just let go of whatever you don't want. Don't try to negate it. The final point, before we do a fun little exercise, is that we are interconnected. When you have a flash of inspiration, that moment where the answer comes, what happens to your body?
Excited.
Yeah, it stands up straight, exactly. How about if you see a friend you love and haven't seen in a long time? That's an emotional response. What happens to your body? You open up. How about your mind? What happens there? Yeah, it totally opens up. Finally, if you go to someone like Dr. Brad, like Colby did when he had his shoulder problem, and some kind of discomfort that's been in your body is totally gone all of a sudden, and you get up and you have a new freedom in your body, what happens to your emotions? You're a little happier, aren't you? And how about your mind?
More relaxed.
Yeah,
More clear.
exactly. Clearer, and more of the options available to you are now visible.